What is up, McManus MMA fan? We are back with another full UFC card breakdown and predictions. This weekend we have UFC Fight Night, Song Yudong versus Davison Figueiredo. Before we get into the video, shout out to all of the random patrons at the bar that my two friends came up to drunkenly and gave them my YouTube channel. So shout out to those people if you have not yet already unsubscribed. What are you still doing here? Alright, let's go through the entire card. Let's start from the bottom, go to the top. First fight is Luma Lookboonmee versus Jacqueline Amaury. Um, I'm kind of leaning Lookboonmee on this one. She she is I am worried she is undersized. Yeah, reach advantage she doesn't have at all. They're the same age. But they've both coming off a loss. Jacqueline got that beating from Mizuki, which was awesome. Shout out Mizuki. That was a shout out Mizuki. But she was on a nasty tear of submissions and finishes before that. So I can understand that, but I can kind of see. You know what? I think I might switch my pick right now. I think I'm gonna pick Jacqueline because I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the wins that Lookboonmee has, and one of the most recent ones is Bruno Brazil, and I can't even be like, you know what? That's a really really good win. Um, and it's been a minute since she's won a fight. It's been since April 2025, so it's been a while. And she just lost to Thainara, which isn't terrible because she is on a nasty tear right now. Um, but still, I think I'll go with Jacqueline on this one, and I'm gonna be safe and call decision, but I could see her getting a submission maybe, because she had a nasty tear of getting those. So let's move on. Zhu Kangji versus Rodrigo Vera. Um, hmm. I might go with. Is this fight still on? Did this fight get canceled? I can't remember. Did this fight get canceled? Um, I don't know who I'm gonna go with. I think I'll go with. Ooh, this is tough, man. This is a toss-up. I might go Zhu on this one, just because home court advantage in China, and you're on a nasty tear of just getting split decision victories in Road to UFC, and then Vera is also on a nasty tear of LFA and FFC. So I think I'm gonna lean with Zhu on this one just because of home court advantage and because he's on road to UFC, which at least has UFC in the name. So I'm gonna go with Zhu by decision. I think I'm gonna go Zhu by decision. He's on a nasty tear decision wins. He did get some KOs, but back then in 2023, but these are against other random. Oh, he beat a guy named Huanji Wushenbeki, whose nickname is Optimus Prime. Please pull that up. Please go back and look at this. This dude's this dude's nickname is Optimus Prime. That is awesome. That is awesome. But I'm gonna go with Zhu on this one. I'm gonna pick Zhu to win this one by decision. Moving on, Angela Hill versus Jinan. I think I'm gonna go with Zhang on this one. Angela Hill is tricky, but she is also Angela Hill, and she's 41 years old. I know that Zhao is 38. But I would say I've seen a lot of people compare Angela Hill to a Neil Magny-esque character, where she's kind of a gatekeeper to maybe fighting a ranked opponent. So, and the people who have beaten her recently, Fatima Klein, who, I think she's fine. I mean, I don't rate a lot of these people very highly, but that's why I'm picking against Angela Hill, because the people who have beat her, I don't rate super high. I don't rate a lot of chick fighters that high, but I don't rate a lot of them. But I'm gonna go with Zhao to win this one by decision. But I'm not gonna count Angela Hill out, even though she's auntie. Um, I am a little worried for her. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. Moving on. This one I'm excited for. Ray Saruya versus Luis Gurula. I can't remember who his original opponent was, but dropped out. Shout out to Lewis for picking this one up on super short notice after just fighting Joshua Van-esque, bro. Big respect. And I'm gonna pick Ray Saruya, man. I really am gonna pick Ray Saruya. I know, dude. He got absolutely mollywopped by the goat Joshua Van, but that's also the goat Joshua Van. So taking an opponent, and he's I don't remember him having the bleached hair. Am I crazy? Maybe he did. Um, I'm gonna pick him to win by decision. Um, I know that I think he's just gonna be able to wrestle. I don't want to. Have we hit 5 minutes in the video yet? Yeah, we have. He's gonna wrestle fuck Lewis to the victory here. I think he's gonna wrestle fuck him. Joshua Van's just too goated in the boxing, and I think Lewis is really good. Um, or not really good, but he's better than people give him. He's a great fighter. I know he went on that absolute tear of losing, but hey, not bad, bro. Ode Osborne, Jesus Aguilar, and Alden Corrier. Okay, that's not that bad. But I'm gonna pick Ray Surya to win this one by decision. I think that he's been able to wrestle fuck Lewis in this one. Again, taking this fight on super short notice after just fighting. Um, hard to pick for you unless you're the go Joshua Van against Brandon Royval. So I'm gonna pick Ray Surya to win this one. Moving on, Arichi Lang versus Cody Haddon. This is a good fight. Why am I like? I'm picking Cody Haddon, man. I'm picking Cody Haddon. Um, and is it crazy to say that I think Cody Haddon's gonna knock him out? Arichi Lang, this dude he's good. I mean, he's not great. Okay, so you got slimed out by Ayman Zahabi. That's a bad look, bro. Getting slimed by Ayman Zahabi, that's a bad look. Um, beats Munoz. What was that dude's first name? I can't remember. No contest to Marcos, and then lost to Raul Rosas Jr. Just got absolutely wrestle fucked by him. Um, and then just beat Cody Gibson. So, and that was a crazy slime out. Um, but I'm gonna lean Cody Haddon. I think this kid is really good. He's on a nice tear. The submission on the contender series, and then the fight that he had with Dan Argueta, and it was the Royval Manel Cop card. Um, picks up a decision win. But I do think that this dude, you know, he has power, and I think I'm going to lean with him to win this one. I think I'm going to pick Cody Haddon by decision, but I can see him getting a cheeky TKO on this one. Um, I'm just going to pick Cody Haddon, man. I don't know what to say. Arichi Lang getting chinned by Ayman Zahabi is not a good look, bro. But the last fight he had was an absolute slime out, so very interesting. But I'm gonna pick Cody Haddon to win this one. Moving on, Ding Meng versus Jose Souza. Bro, bloke's name is Ding Meng. Why do I want to pick Ding Meng to win this one? Shit, Ding Meng. I think I'm gonna pick Ding Meng by TKO. I think I'm gonna pick Ding Meng by TKO. So he loses a decision on the contender series, but when he's not losing by decision, he's slamming folks out. He's slamming folk out. He fought in Uriah Faber's combat contest or whatever the hell that thing was called. Um, and Jose Sosa, this dude got slimed out in the contender series and then has been fighting in like Brazil leagues. I think these are both guys who lost in the contender series. And then Dana was like, "What's the question? Bring him to China? Sure, bring him to China." Um, yeah. But I'm gonna lean with Ding Meng on this one. I'm gonna pick Ding Meng by TKO. I think I'm gonna pick him to win. He does have a reach disadvantage though, which I'm a little worried about. But let's go for that. I'm picking Ding Meng, so let's go for that. Moving up the card, Yiksak Lee versus Luis Felipe Diaz. Why is the Ray Surya fight so far down? Am I crazy? Why is that fight so far down? Um, I don't know. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna pick. I might pick. Ooh, dude, this is tough. Cause this is Yiksak Lee. This is his debut, and Lewis. This is his debut as well after getting submission on the Contender Series. Both these dudes have finishing potential. Both a lot of submissions on their record. So I am. This is tricky. So why do I want to pick Yiksak Lee, man? Why do I want to pick this guy? I don't know why I want to pick this guy. I might pick. Dude, I'm thinking the cheeky underdog Yiksak Lee pick, but if I'm being honest, I might pick Luis Felipe Diaz, but just because he at least fought in the Contender Series. So I'm gonna fence it this one, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Yitzhak Lee, man. I'm gonna go with Yitzhak Lee to win this fight. Um, I'm going with Yitzhak Lee. I'm going with Yitzhak Lee. How do I think Yitzhak Lee is gonna win this one? I might go by submission, man. I'm looking at his record: 8-1, 17-5. That's kind of what is. And this, man, the height differential. What's the reach? He's 0 inches. Great. We have no info on this guy. I'm interested to see what the reach advantage is, but I'm looking at the height. I'm gonna pick Yitzhak Lee. I'm gonna pick Yitzhak Lee. Let's go to the main card. Suma Darji versus Alex Perez. I'm gonna pick Alex Perez to win this one, but I'm rooting for Suma Darji, man. I want to see this guy get ranked. If he plays this right and he can just stay at range, did what he did against Jesus Aguilar and Kevin Boras, where he just kind of plays at range and just picks these guys apart. We've seen him many times get like a ranked opponent and fall short, but he's on a 3-fight win streak, and you know that has me hopeful. At the same time, Alex Perez, who does that to Charles Johnson, man? Who does that to Charles Johnson? Who does that to him? But I'm gonna pick Suma Darji, man. I know I just said I'm gonna pick Alex Perez, but I'm gonna pick Suma Darji. I really want Suma Darji to win this one, and I'm gonna pick him. I think if any time's the time for him to beat a ranked opponent, I think it's now. I think he can fight at range and pick him apart. But I'm a little worried for him because I do think Alex Perez is he's a good fighter, man. Good fighter, good fighter. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Suma Darji, man. I really ah this is a tricky one, but I'm gonna go Suma Darji. I'm gonna go Suma Darji. Let's move on. Jake Matthews versus Carlston Harris. I'm going Jake Matthews all day, man. Jake Matthews all day. I'm going Jake Matthews by KO, man. I'm going Jake Matthews. I like Jake Matthews. I like this guy. I know he just got submitted by Neil Magny. Hey, that's okay. But and he got fed to freaking Michael Morales. Took Michael Morales a decision, man. People forget. People forget, man. I know he submitted Cheating Jaquani, but Carlston Harris is so chinny, bro. He's so chinny. Um, you know, getting Ponzinibbio slimed him out, Chaos Williams slimed him out, and Shavkat slimed him out as well. But and I think there's 2-fight chin streak. I'm going with Jake Matthews to chin you, man. I'm going with Jake Matthews to chin you. I could go into the they're both orthodox. Carlston Harris has a little bit of a height advantage, but hey, I'm going with Jake Matthews, man. I'm going with Jake Matthews by KO TKO in second round. Let's go for that. Moving on. Kaya Sakura versus Cameron Smotherland. I think this is a total mismatch. Kaya Sakura, I'm picking him to win this one. I'm going to pick him by decision, but I hope he gets a KO, like a gnarly TKO. I thought he looked really sharp against Tim Elliott until the submission. I was at that fight, and I picked him to win. And again, man, I feel bad for this guy because he is good. The Japanese people love Kaya Sakura. My Japanese professor doesn't know martial arts at all. And I was like, hey, do you know any UFC fighters? He goes, you know Kaya Sakura? I'm like, I do. I saw him fighting. What? What? So he was getting hyped that everybody in Japan knows Kaya Sakura, apparently. Apparently this dude's got motion. And I feel bad because they feed him to Pantoja immediately. He gets submitted. It's just like, I'm worried once he gets out of the first round, man. I'm worried once he gets out of the first round. Because he looked so fast, so sharp against Tim Elliott in that first round. And then a bit into the second round, and then he gets instantly taken down and submitted. There's no wrestling and submission threat with Cameron Smotherland here. And the weight cut thing from his last fight, again, man, I'm picking Kaya Sakura to win this one. He is fast. I mean, both these guys have really great boxing, so I think this will be a really interesting fight. But, hey, losing to Ricky Simone, losing to City. What's the Ukrainian guy? The Ukrainian guy that fought on Sanhagen Figueiredo card. Can't remember his name. City, I think his last name is. He's from Ukraine. Losing to those guys by decision. I think Kaya Sakura is going to win this one by decision, but I really do hope he picks up a KO TKO. I'm rooting for Kaya Sakura all day. Moving up the card. Sergey Pavlovich, mate. Sergey Pavlovich versus Taliesin Teixeira. I'm picking Sergey Pavlovich by KO TKO. If you're getting wobbled by Tai Tuivasa, Pavlovich is taking your head off, man. Pavlovich is going to take your head off. Absolutely 100%. I thought that I mean, getting chinned by Derek Lewis as well. Here's what's going to happen. Pavlovich is just going to bomb him out cold in like the first round. He's going to get up, protest the loss. I think Teixeira sucks. I don't think he's that good of a prospect. I think the guys that he's beaten, um, I'm pretty sure wasn't his first fight in the UFC. No, no, he beat Junior Taffa. Who does that to Junior Taffa, mate? And then they immediately gave him Derek Lewis. He gets chin, and then he had a terrible fight against Tai Tuivasa. So I'm picking Sergey Pavlovich, man. I think this guy's still got absolute bomb power. You know, beating Cortez Acosta by decision, I don't think there's any shame in that. Rosenstrike losing to Tom Aspinall, but slamming Curtis Blades, bro. Never forget. Again, I'm picking Pavlovich by KO TKO, damn near first round. Damn near first round. Speaking of, man, Zhang Minyang versus Alonzo Manafield. I'm picking Zhang Minyang, man. I'm picking Zhang Minyang to win this one by KO TKO. I think this is gonna be. I hope this is a brutal slime out. He was on a nasty streak, man. Again, people forget he was on this absolute killer streak of just absolutely slamming people out. And everybody thought he was going to slime out Johnny Walker. And Johnny Walker's his way to a victory, man. A victory. And Alonzo Manafield just got knocked out by Volkan Ozdemir. He got knocked out by Mirzakhanov. He got knocked out by Carlos Olberg. Do I think that Zhang Weiyang is at the level of those guys? Not necessarily, but I do think he has that power, man. And home court advantage, bro. People forget. People forget how good home court advantage is. So I'm picking Zhang Weiyang to win this one by TKO. I would say pretty early. I'm gonna go pretty early in the fight. When did he bomb Anthony Smith out? Was that first round? Yeah, those were all first round. All first round. So I mean, let's just go with that. Let's go with first round TKO for Zhang Mingyang. Main event: Song Yadong versus Davison Figueiredo. I feel so bad, man, because I love Figgy. But you at this point in time, the Umar Nurmagomedov fight and the what was the one before that? And the Sandhagen fight, you could count the amount of strikes this dude was throwing on both hands. Like, total strikes. I thought he looked terrible in that fight, and it sucks because I love this guy. What he did to, what was that guy's name? Joseph Benavidez. Do you remember? That was a murder. And, the quadrilogy with Brandon Moreno was absolutely amazing. And it sucks because I do really, really like this guy. But I think he's done, man. I think he's done. And Song Yadong's another guy who he's going to be able to beat everybody outside the top five, in my opinion. He's going to lose the O'Malley's, the Peter Yans, the Sandhagens, and the Marabs. I mean, those guys I don't think he'll be able to beat. But I do think Song Yadong is really good. And I'm going to pick him to win this one. I think it's going to go very similar to the Mike Wazella Costa Arnold Allen fight. I think it's going to go similar to that, where he's just going to be able to just piece apart Figgy the entire fight, maybe get a TKO. But really, I think he's just going to 50-45 Figgy, which sucks because I do love Figgy, but I think it's over for him, man. I really do. I think it's over for the man. And if he retires after this fight, that'll really bum me out. But I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. So I'm going to pick Song Yadong to win this one by decision, 50-45. I don't really need to go into this one super detailed. I think everybody can kind of agree. This is one of those matchups where you just kind of know. And I think it would be a better addition to, like, the first fight on the main card of a numbered event or a pay-per-view. But, hey, it's in China. If Zhang Weili's not here, then I don't know who else they're going to put. So, going over the card, I got Song Yadong, I got Zhang Minyang, Sergey Pavlovich, Asakura, Jake Matthews, Sumo Darji, Yiksak Lee, Ding Meng, Cody Haddon, Ray Saruya, Zhao Xingyang, Zhu, and I think I picked Jacqueline on this one. I think I did. I already forgot. But I will be waking up at 4 in the morning to watch this. I don't know why. I mean, it's a pretty good main card. I'm really looking forward to the main card, but all in all, I'm just excited for some more UFC, man. I'm really excited. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions down below. Your boy had to take a little break because we had to get a JOB. That's okay. Let's go for that. See ya. Bye.